This is a recipe that I first learned from a friend, although I've adapted a few of the ingredients to suit my own tastes and shopping preferences. It's something I bake regularly, and I find that these flapjacks help to keep me going on long day walks and through the never-ending time spent at work. A list of my ingredients and a link to the original source will be in the description. With coconut oil, I find I have to sit the jar in a pan of warm water before it returns to its liquid state. In solid form I find it very difficult to remove and measure accurately. Most of my shopping is done in the budget supermarkets, and I don't like shopping in larger stores for one-off items that can be more expensive and hard to find. This is why I use raisins or sultanas instead of dates, and sunflower seeds in place of flax seeds, whatever they may be. One of the first things I'll do is to combine the honey and coconut oil on the hob on a low heat setting. Meanwhile, I'll begin mixing the dry ingredients with a spatula. I use an 8-inch or 200mm square tin with Fry-Lite coconut oil spray to grease the sides, and a sheet of baking paper to line the base only. Once the oil and honey have combined, I begin to preheat my oven. It's worth noting that I use a halogen oven, which can be temperamental but generally takes less time to warm up. If you're using a more conventional oven, it may be wise to preheat from the very beginning. The original recipe calls for a temperature of 150 degrees, but as I'm using a halogen oven which can burn easily, I reduce this to 130. I also like a slightly softer flapjack, where others may like more of a crunch. I mix the ingredients for a good few minutes to a point where everything is starting to come together and hopefully less likely to fall apart after baking. I bought this silicone spatula in IKEA a couple of years ago. I prefer it to a wooden spoon, and I found that spraying it with oil will help to prevent the many seeds and oats from sticking. My 8-inch tin wedged itself inside the glass bowl with no need for a supporting rack. I will normally bake these for 30 minutes, sometimes a bit longer. The halogen light will turn on and off in order to regulate the temperature inside. Once the baking is done, I immediately remove the flapjacks from the oven and leave them to cool inside the tin. Once cooled, I cut them up into segments of 8, and 9 times out of 10 they hold together quite well. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to bake this for yourself, then please let me know in the comments. I also hope this goes some way towards dispelling a myth about halogen ovens being bad for baking. I'll see you again soon.